This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Costco Wholesale. Costco is a member-only big box retail store where you can buy almost anything. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. Also, thank you to those who already subscribed and like my videos. It means a lot. Just a reminder that this video is for entertainment purposes only and does not constitute any financial advice. We will start out the technical analysis by going over what I see in the daily chart and potential price targets. Then we will wrap it up by looking at the long-term pattern on the weekly chart. So there's not a lot to say about Costco except that it's pretty much in an uptrend, a very strong uptrend. So nobody should be trying to pick any tops because look what happens. The pullbacks are very short for the people who want to pick tops. And if I were to make a channel right here, this would be it. This is the channel up right here. And then we kind of went sideways in a range. As you can see here, this is the range right here. We couldn't come back to the lows. Price action was very strong, and then it looks like we broke out and continued higher, which usually occurs with the prevailing trend, because prevailing trend was up and we went sideways. The buyers just took a break and the sellers did not really want to come in the market, and then we broke up to the upside. Now where are we going though, right? It's not going to just go to $1,000. We have to look at potential price targets using probability. So we're going to use measured moves. So this was the first leg up, and then we would just went sideways, take a break, and this was the second leg up right around here. So with that measured move in mind, it looks like Costco is trying to reach this price target of about $450. I'm gonna go and put a horizontal line there for you guys and show you the percentage gain. It doesn't look like it's much because we're almost there. So expect a really large sell-off. That's about a 2.5% gain, 3% gain. Expect a really large sell-off once we reach around this 450 level, especially because we're kind of getting further away from the EMA. We've been away for it for a long time. It looks like about a few months, and so price doesn't really like to be far away from the EMA too long, because the further we are away from it, the risk greatly increases. So there's a lot of reasons telling me that once we reach this measured move, we're going to see a large sell-off or a really long correction, but most likely a large pullback, probably all the way back to this 388 level, but that's in the long term. So in the short term, maybe in the next few days to a week, we will pull back to the lower side of the channel, or maybe even break the channel just a little bit, maybe even to the EMA, but most likely we are going to continue higher because this is a very strong trend, and Costco still has yet to reach this measured move. And I'm going to put a bigger channel on here for you guys to see. Looks like Costco still inside of this larger channel. I'm going to change the color for you guys. Let's make it yellow. So it looks like Costco is inside of this yellow channel, and that measure move is right at the upper side of the channel, where price usually bounces off from too. So right around here. So it looks like this bigger yellow channel, price just bounced off of the resistance side and slowly creeped over to the support side, and that was the correction. So in summary, I just see Costco continuing higher in the long term until it reaches about this target, about the 450 level, and then we will see a large sell-off or a sideways action for a long time, but most likely a large sell-off. In the meantime, expect just a slight pullback before we make higher highs, because the trend is very strong, excuse me. So let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly chart. So on the weekly chart, I mean, this thing looks pretty much like a bubble. Look how far away we are from the EMA. Even just getting this far away from the EMA made this large sell-off. So what do you think is going to happen once we start selling off over here? There's a lot of downside. There's a lot of room for it to fall like that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a channel that I see Costco in, that it was in, but now we just broke outside of it, and that's why we're getting those two legs up. It looks like Costco was inside of this channel right here. This fits really nicely. A lot of touches on the lower side, a lot of touches on the higher side, and the midline is acting as support and resistance. So this is pretty much a perfect fitting channel. And then we found resistance right here and around here. However, this resistance, because we got a triple test at the higher side of the channel and it was far away from the EMA, led to this break right here, and it was probably a measured move too. I'm going to show you guys that real quick. I don't think it's a perfect measured move, but it looks like it. maybe this one right here. So price was pretty close to it, not exact, but that's what led to the sell-off. And then we got a break outside. And what normally happens after we get a break outside of a channel is that we will see 2 legs up to a new high, and that's what we're getting right now. We're getting the first leg up, and then we're seeing that little correction, that sideways range that I showed you on the daily chart, and now we're in the second leg action. So after we reach that could lead to the sell-off and a start of a downtrend, but we just have to wait and see. So this was pretty much one of my shorter videos. There's really not much to say about Costco except we're still making higher highs and higher lows. Costco is undeniably still in an uptrend, but in the short term we might see a little pullback before continuing higher to reach that measure move. And once we reach that measure move, expect a large sell-off, and that pretty much will tell you what news is coming too. Just wait for some big bad news coming, and you'll see that it was not coincidence. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel since you might be surprised on what you could learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.